In the history of football, a sport that celebrates goals above almost everything else, goalkeepers are rarely the ones who capture the imagination. They are the last line, the final barrier, the ones who prevent rather than create. And then there is Gianluigi Buffon, who made the act of saving a football into something approaching art. Gianluigi Buffon was born on the 28th of January 1978 in Carrara, a town in Tuscany famous for its marble quarries. His family was deeply athletic. His mother threw the discus at national level. Two of his sisters played international volleyball. Sport was not just a hobby in the Buffon household. It was a language. He began as a field player. But a youth coach at Parma saw something in him, a presence, a command, a natural authority between the posts, and moved him into goal. It was the best decision anyone ever made in Italian football. Welcome back to The Last Boot, the channel where football is more than a game. It is emotion. It is history. It is the human story behind every goal and every heartbreak. I am so glad you are here today. If you are new here, please subscribe and join the Last Boot family. We are growing every single day and I do not want you to miss a single story. Not a striker. Not a midfielder. But the greatest goalkeeper who ever lived. Gianluigi Buffon. The Last Wall. Let us find out. Buffon made his Serie A debut at 17 for Parma. In only his third match against AC Milan he kept a clean sheet. Against a Milan side that included Weah and Savicevic and some of the finest attackers in Europe. 17 years old. Clean sheet. Against Milan. The world was paying attention. Juventus paid €52 million for him in 2001. At the time it was the most expensive transfer ever for a goalkeeper. And across the 20 years that followed, across championships and relegations and Champions League finals and heartbreaks, Buffon repaid every single cent of that fee and then some. He won 9 Serie A titles with Juventus. He reached 2 Champions League finals. He was named the best goalkeeper in the world so many times that the award started to feel like it had his name engraved on it permanently. But it was the 2006 World Cup where Buffon wrote his most indelible chapter. Italy went into that tournament under suspicion. The Calciopoli scandal had cast a shadow over Italian football. The pressure was immense. The doubts were everywhere. And Buffon simply shut them all out. Literally. He conceded only 2 goals across the entire tournament, both own goals or penalties. He kept clean sheets in the semi-final and the final. He was a wall. An impenetrable, commanding, almost supernatural wall that gave Italy the platform to win their 4th World Cup. In the final against France, against Zidane in his last professional match, Buffon was magnificent. And when the penalty shootout came, when the entire tournament came down to those few frozen seconds, Buffon was there. Present. Certain. The last wall standing. Italy won. And Buffon wept in a way that told you how much it meant. Not just the trophy but the journey. The years of work. The saves that nobody remembers because they prevented what never happened. He played professional football until he was 45 years old. 45. Still making saves that younger men could not explain. Gianluigi Buffon. The Last Wall. The greatest goalkeeper in the history of football. In a sport that remembers the goals, he is the one we remember for stopping them. That is it for today's story on The Last Boot. If this video moved you, please give it a big thumbs up. Share this with every football fan you know. Hit subscribe and join the Last Boot family. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video. Until then, keep the passion alive.